Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, November the 21st. Pleasure to have you with us. Scott Mania is with us, and Scott is the Executive Director of the Claims Program. And we're talking about open enrollment, right?
Right. It's Medicare open enrollment season.
Which runs until when?
December 7th.
So what do people need to know about open enrollment?
Well, the big thing is it's your one time a year when you can make a change to your Part D prescription plan through Medicare, and so the plans change every year just like People's Health does. So we want people to be aware of the changes. And I was telling someone earlier the story of my mom who lives in Florida and says, well, my plan's working just fine. And I said, well, how do you know it will work next year? Because the plan can change. Your drugs can go in and out of the formulary and so on. And then oftentimes we find that when people come to us to get help with their understanding and sort of decoding Medicare, they will come to us with kind of assumptions that they couldn't qualify for assistance, for instance. And I have several stories that I was hoping to share that talk about the folks who come to us and we end up saving them a lot of money. For example, we had one, this was back in June, and it wasn't an open enrollment period, but it was a special enrollment period for this person where Linda and her husband Steve have original Medicare, and they have Part D drug coverage through a prescription drug plan provider. They both qualified for extra help from Social Security, but they weren't currently covered by that. So they didn't know that they had this benefit they were entitled to. And so as a result of working with our volunteer counselor who pointed out the different options to them, they were able to their annual drug costs, without extra help would run in excess of $4,000 a year.
Oh my.
And with extra help from Social Security, their annual drug costs would cost them less than $400 a year.
And that's a big change.
And so for a half an hour conversation with a counselor that was free in the first place, it kind of makes sense. Why wouldn't you check?
Right.
Even if you think your plan is perfectly well suited, we have sometimes an expensive medication. A lot of times inhalers are big ones that some people have to have that you don't use all the time, but when you do need them, you need them.
Right.
And they can really make a huge difference by looking at, oh, well, this company's drug formulary includes that inhaler that I have to have, and this one's doesn't. Well, you don't want to buy the insurance that isn't going to work for you, right?
Right. So you have the opportunity to change during open enrollment.
Exactly.
And the thing that's important to keep in mind is that people can call you. It's free of charge. Mm-hmm. You're not trying to sell them any particular type of insurance.
No, we're part of a network of 54 organizations around the country that does this work.
And you're giving advice on what the best plan for them would be according to what they need.
Exactly. And we just make sure they understand and can make an informed decision. That's what it comes down to.
So how do they make an appointment?
They can call our 800 number, which is 800-390-3330, and we cover the entire state of Missouri, and we can help connect anyone who calls to a local counselor that they can go and meet with face-to-face and ask their questions.
And they do this in person? You do this
generally in person. Some of it has to be phone depending on where you're located.
Okay. All right. So again, that phone number is 1-800-390-3330. It's free of charge. Mm-hmm. So if you're on Medicare and you want to check on your
Medicare Part D plan or your Advantage plan.
Okay. Scott Mania, thank you so much for coming by. Executive Director of the Claims Program.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about food, but not just food. Vegan food. And I want to introduce you to a lovely young lady. She is our floor director, Grace Vance. Good to have you here, Grace.
Yes, thank you so much, Paul, for having me.
Yeah, normally you're behind the camera over there. And we've talked from time to time. You are a vegan. Now, what is a vegan?
Yes, so a vegan is basically somebody who does not consume any animal products. So like no butter, no dairy, no eggs, no
cheese.
Meat. Yeah.
No turkey for Thanksgiving?
No.
No, none.
No.
And I said, but your family does eat turkey.
Yeah, I'm actually the only vegan in my family.
Okay, so you brought some food today, this vegan food, that you're going to be preparing for Thanksgiving, sitting at the same table with your family while they're gobbling down on that turkey. But you're going to have. So what did you bring along today?
Yeah, so I actually have a few different things here. So this is an example of a fully vegan meal. This is kind of what I've made the last few Thanksgiving. I'll switch it up every once in a while, but I got this dressing right here, and
Okay.
I've got some pecans and some raisins and some pumpkin in there.
Okay, and the carrots, they look delicious. You just roasted the carrots, right?
Yes,
Just turn
yeah.
This way.
Yeah,
You roasted
so
the carrots.
you can just cut them up or leave them whole like this here, and you just put some olive oil and salt and pepper on there, and you roast them until they're like golden brown.
Yeah. Now the tofu, which is sitting in the middle, I snuck a little taste of that, and it tastes wonderful. It tastes like teriyaki steak.
I know, they're so good. I kind of just like accidentally discovered this recipe. So tofu is super cool because, you can add whatever flavor and it takes on that flavor. So in this case, I added soy sauce, and you just bake it until it's golden brown as well, and it's so good.
So you just got the tofu, you cut it up in the cubes, you put soy sauce on it, and you baked it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you did a pumpkin pie.
Yes, and the main ingredient in this pumpkin pie is actually cashews. So that replaces like the dairy or anything in there, the eggs, and it's like super creamy, super sweet and delicious. And I've had family and friends who aren't vegan try this, and they've all loved it.
And they think it's just delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never eaten vegan food before.
Yeah.
And just the taste of that tofu is wonderful. But if people want these recipes, what can they do?
Yeah, so I have a website. It is vitalbygrace.com.
It's what?
Vital by Grace.
Spell it.
Yeah, it's VITALBYGRACE.com.
Okay, and then you've got all your recipes on there.
Yeah.
Okay, they look wonderful. But you know what? On our old Pepper and Friend show, Uncle James used to come in and sample the food all the time. Are you here? Are you there, Uncle James? Yeah, there he is. Pick up your microphone.
Hi.
All right,
Paul.
Hey, good to have you here. I want you to taste some of this. You want to taste the vegan pumpkin
Yeah.
pie?
Brought my own mic too.
Okay.
Here's a fork.
This smelled so good earlier.
So-
out in the
Yeah.
lobby there.
With pumpkin pie, normally you have cream and eggs in it. No cream and
Yeah.
eggs. Okay.
Hard to believe.
What you got?
Do you like it?
Gracefully made.
Awesome. Love it.
Here,
Love it.
taste the tofu. We're out of time here. But Grace, thank you so much for coming by.
Yes, thank you so much.
And people can Google your blog for vegan recipes, and they can find more vegan recipes online too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Grace Vance, thank you.
Thanks.
Happy Thanksgiving to you next
Yeah.
week. Okay,
Thank you.
drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Bye bye.